Hey guys, I wanted to put this video up. I just want to share a resource with you guys that I use. This is kind of a spreadsheet for tracking how my books are going for the month, and it allows me to keep track of where I am in terms of if I'm behind my target or if I'm above my target, and it allows me to sort of break down it allows me to break down to the day how my books are going, if I need to be making more money, if I need to be changing things, or if I'm sort of shooting hitting the mark in terms of my goals. So as you guys can see here, this is just a Google document, and I'll share a link with you guys. Hopefully it'll all just carry over as it is, because there's a lot of different aspects that are running on this spreadsheet at the moment. This is sort of something that I just came up with myself, and it's sort of been a work in progress for the past 3 months or so as I've been publishing on Kindle, and I think I'm pretty proud of how it's turned out at the moment. I find it really useful and a really quick way to do my accounting and to keep keep track of all my books and how the sales are going. So I'll just do a brief. I'll just briefly explain the layout of this sheet here. So to start with, obviously we've got the dates here. So this one is for May. So each week, so each period here, so each row is 1 week period, so 7 days, and it starts out from the start of the month, so from the 1st to 7 days in, to go from the 1st to the 7th to 8th to the 14th, and so on. And then you've got your additional 3 days here at the end of the month. So going through these columns here, we've got the number of sales in the Kindle store. So this is just obviously just your Kindle book sales, and then you've got the sales in dollars. So this is the dollar amount you made, and I've got it set at the moment to represent $2, exactly $2 per sale. So it's not 100% accurate. It's, I'm not taking into account the 3 or 4 cents that come in as well, but I'm just going to go by $2 per sale. And the number of Kindle Unlimited borrows, and the amount I'm going with at the moment is $1.33, which was the payout for March, I believe. I think April was $1.35, so I could probably put that up to that one. But I like sort of staying lower. So even if I I like allowing for things to be a bit lower, and if I do go over the mark, then that's fine, but I don't want to be under because I've miscalculated. So $1.33 is what I've been going by. So that's the Kindle Unlimited row. Here we've got the number of Create Space sales, so obviously putting my books up on Create Space as well, so this is where I account for that. And we've got the Create Space sales in US dollars, and then I've got my ClickBank sales. So I have autoresponders set up, and I have a few lists that I'm running as well, and I promote other ClickBank offers. So if I make any money in there, that still counts in my whole total for the month. Now we've got your weekly total and your daily average for the week, month to date total, so the total amount you've made since the first of the month, and the month to date average, which is for the day, and that is incorrect there. So this tells you how much you've made from the first to whatever period you're up to. Okay, and it tells you if you're on target for the week, on target for the month. So all this stuff here will make a bit more sense once I actually start inputting data. So the most important column here is the monthly goal column, which is over here to the right. Now basically everything in this second half of this spreadsheet is calculated off of this column here. So what you want to do first off is put in your goal for the month. So let's say you want to make $1,000 per month. You're just starting out, you want to get your first $1,000 month. So you hit OK. Now you notice a few things have changed here. What's happened first of all is these have turned red. These columns here, the on target for the week and the month columns, have turned red. So and that is because these columns are now in a deficit. As you can see with the brackets around the numbers, they're in a deficit, and that's because there's no data in here in the first half of the spreadsheet. There's no data in there, and all the totals are zero. So these columns are programmed to turn red if they're below where they should be for whatever point in time they're at, whatever point in time it is, according to the rows that you put in. Okay, so allow me to explain. So you've got $1,000 a month. required daily average. So this is calculated, so it's basically just this amount divided by 31, which is the amount of days in May, and it'll tell you your daily average. So if you're sitting around this, if you're making more than this each day, it means you're going to hit your goal. If you're under, then you're not going to, obviously. It's got your required weekly average here, so this is just, so I've done the monthly goal divided by 31, and then we've multiplied that by 7 to get your required weekly average. And your required weekly average is what all these columns here are based on, okay? Now, what I'm going to show you is how I start accounting for this, and these columns will change depending on the actual amount of money that the figures that I'm putting in there. So I'll scroll back to the start here. So let's say I made 30. So the first 7 days I made 30 sales, and as you can see here, this automatically changes. So $60 US dollars. I'm just assuming it's going to be $60. I'm just rounding it at $2 per sale. I'm rounding it down. Kindle Unlimited, let's say I got 45 borrows. So I got 45 borrows. So we've got, so that's $59.85. So what that's done is that's multiplied the Kindle Unlimited amount by 1.33, which is the figure which you can change in here if you just double click on it. Okay. Number of create space sales. Let's just say I got 50. Or say I got 10. And the create space, it doesn't, I haven't got this set up to automatically work it out because it's different. It's a different royalty depending on what currency it's in. So I just work that out myself. So let's just say 10 sales at $3.80 profit. So we'll say $3. What am I doing? $38. $38.85. Okay. So say we've got $38.85 in that month for create space. And ClickBank sales. Now I want to actually show this going above. So let's just say we made $100 in commissions from ClickBank. Let's just make this number up. So as you can see now, these columns have actually gone green, which means that it's above the weekly total for the months. Okay, so this column here gets the totals for all of these columns in that row, and then it's going to average it out. So it's going to average it out until your daily average for the week. Now the daily average, now this is turned green because it is higher than the required daily average, which is here. Okay, see how it's 36. If I put this, if I just say $10 from ClickBank instead, notice this is going to turn red, and it's telling you that you're behind the mark for what you should be doing for the week. So we've got $100 there. Put $100 in and it's above, so $36.96 is the weekly average. You got your weekly total, and you got your month to date total, and that's just a running total, and then you got the entire total for the month there. And as you put in different amounts each week, you'll see that the month to date total is it keeps adding up, and you can see where you were for the end of each week. You can see where you were, and you can kind of examine what you've been doing, and you can sort of see if where what you're doing went well, and then your total started going up, your averages started going up, and you can see where what you're doing didn't work out so well because the average has gone down. So you can sort of keep track of what you're doing. You can a bit more efficiently and clearly. You can see what's working and what's not by a week basis. So we'll just clear all of those again. Now, as you can see here, so we've got your month to date total, you've got your month to date average, and now you've got your on target for the week. So this tells you if you're either behind your goal or you're above your goal for the week. So this is determined by the weekly average. So this is based on this number here, and it's going to turn green if it's in the positive, if you've made more money than you should have, and it's going to turn red if you haven't made enough money to keep up with your required averages. So as you can see, if I take $90 off, then I'm going to be, and it tells you exactly how much money you are behind. Okay, so it says, so it's saying here you're $57 behind for this week, and then all these numbers here change as well. So that means, let's say if I finish off this week like this, I'm behind my goal, and I'm $57 behind. It means that next week I'm going to have to make another $282. Okay, so the amount that you didn't make there is added on to next week's required total, and it sort of increases from there. Now, and we've also got here the amount to earn, which this should be, I was actually going to set this up to go by each week. Oh no, that's fine, yeah. So we've got the amount to earn here, and as you start putting in more numbers, it'll come down. So it goes by a week basis, but you got your running total here. So at this point in time, after after the first week, I've got $831.30 to earn if I want to hit my monthly goal here. Okay, and let's just say I made $100, so I'm on track for the weekly average, and I'm $741.30 until the end of the month. So I hope this makes sense for you guys. Okay, so if you guys want to get a copy of this yourself, just go, I'll share the link alongside this video, so just go file, make a copy. I'll put it in view only mode if you have the link, so you just have to make a copy of it and save it to your own Google Drive, and then you're free to make changes to the document. So hopefully all the color formatting and everything will get copied over. I'm pretty sure it should. But yeah, anyway, I hope this has been a good help to you guys, and let me know if you have any questions.